We begin this hour from the nation's capital, where the Senate has stepped down President Buhari's request to approve 22.7 trillion naira of Ways and Means advances. The decision to suspend the request was a sequel to a rowdy session carried out by lawmakers who opposed the request and described it as unconstitutional. National Assembly correspondent Tijay has details.
Wednesday's plenary at the upper legislative chamber turned rowdy when it was time to consider its finance committee's report on Mr. President's request of 22.7 trillion naira and an additional 1 trillion naira for Ways and Means advances. President Buhari had, in a letter to the Senate last week, explained that the Ways and Means advances by the Central Bank of Nigeria to the federal government has been a funding option to the federal government to cater for short-term or emergency finance to fund delayed government expected cash receipts of fiscal deficit.
That these Senate do receive and consider the report of the Senate Committee on Finance on the report of restructuring of Ways and Means advances 2023. Mr. President, distinguished colleague, I so move.
The lawmakers made reference to their standing rules, the Constitution, and the CBN Act, arguing that the committee's report does not contain the details for which the monies will be expended and as such should be considered unconstitutional.
I don't know where the law comes from, where we have to spend money or restructure expenditures through Ways and Means.
Mr. President, it will be an abuse of our personal selves and against our privilege that we come here and it was requested that we have spent this money on behalf of Nigerians.
After an executive session, the Senate stepped down Mr. President's request for further legislative scrutiny, only permitting 819 billion naira to fund the 2022 supplementary budget.
It is only right that, having agreed at the closed session, that we take it as we agreed in the closed session. And the understanding in the closed session was that the 819 will be excised.
The Senate urged the relevant agencies, including the Central Bank of Nigeria, to appear before its committee with its necessary documents of expenditure for further scrutiny and legislative action. Tijay TVC News, Abuja.